What did you see in her game?
Well, they were able to move the basketball around Iowa, as you'd expect. As they lead this conference in scoring and assists, they share the ball so well, and when they were rolling in this game, that's exactly what they were doing. They were able to get the ball in transition and score. Dixon had 15 points. Doolittle, career high 26 points, as you just heard. And then Dixon out to Disterhoff, who was the other player in double figures, 14 points. So even though Sam Logic wasn't scoring a lot of points, she got in some foul trouble in the first half, you still had the scoring from those others around her, and they picked it up and shared the ball extremely well, as you would expect Iowa to do.
What a great sign for the Hawkeyes. If your best player doesn't have anywhere near the type of performance you're expecting, and yet you've got as much depth as this Hawkeye team does, not only is that a good sign, but you heard Lisa talk with Shelley about the turnovers. 24 turnovers.
Very unusual for this Iowa team. And the last time, as we project ahead to the Purdue game, the last time that Purdue and Iowa played, Sam Logic had a triple-double in that game. So that's the kind of performance you expect as you look ahead at the matchup against Purdue.
And even more impressive, you have all those turnovers. You have your best player be in foul trouble and not have double-digit points, have only 5 points in Samantha Logic. You still score 81 points. This is a very powerful offensive team.
They love to get the ball up and down the court, and that's one thing that collectively as a team they do. They push in transition. They're able to get scores up quickly, no matter what kind of defense you see. They saw a lot of zone today. They sliced through the zone with their excellent passing. It's the mentality of this team to share the basketball, look for the highest percentage shot. We saw a lot of it end up in the hands of Bethany Doolittle today, but a lot of players can contribute for Iowa.
Doolittle, very important to the Hawkeyes, but again, they won because of depth. Illinois did not have that depth. They did have Amber Moore, who had another impressive performance. Now her Illini career is over. How will the folks in Champaign-Urbana remember Amber Moore?
Well, she was one of the best three-point shooters in the history of this league. Did finish the University of Illinois as the #1 three-point shooter in history as far as three-pointers made, and she brought it today as well. Driving into the lane, creating shots off the dribble, but also being ready to spot up for those three-point shots, as she has done throughout the course of her career. And she finished with 26 points in today's game. She leaves as Illinois' all-time three-point leader in the top 5 in Big Ten history. A great shooter to leave a legacy for her career.
Not that it was expected. They were the 12th seed, last place in the Big Ten, but it's basically now official. They will not make the NCAA tournament yet again, haven't done so since 2003. The Iowa Hawkeyes will move on to face Purdue. Your initial thoughts on that matchup tomorrow?
I am excited about this, as I'm sure a lot of Big Ten fans are. The fact that these two only met one time this season, and it came down to a last-second shot, and you had brilliant performances from some of the stars in this game. Courtney Moses had an incredible game, 7 three-pointers in that first match. Samantha Logic had a triple-double, so you had the guards really going at it. Allie Disterhoff had an opportunity for a shot that would have won the game, and that would have flipped things. That would have made Iowa the #4 seed and Purdue the #5 seed, but instead Purdue won the tiebreak. So I expect another great game. There's a lot of great guard play in this game, but Lisa Bluter talked a lot about how in the second half they missed a lot of inside shots, Iowa did, after building a big lead. And if Bethany Doolittle comes out with a performance like she did today, that helps them in this matchup.